Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Together we'll chant Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, verses 1 to 10.
अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धिः ज्ञानयोगव्यवस्थितिः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आजवम् अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दया भूतेष्वलोलुप्त्वम् मार्दवम् ह्रीरचापलम् तेजक्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत दम्भो दर्पोऽभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थ सम्पदमासुरीम् दैवी सम्पद्विमोक्षाय निबन्धायासुरीमता मा शुचः सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डव द्वौ भूतसर्गौ लोकेऽस्मिन् दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तरशः प्रोक्तः आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जना न विदुरासुराः न शौचं नापि चाचारः न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते असत्यमप्रतिष्ठं ते जगदाहुरनीश्वरम् अपरस्परसम्भूतम् किमन्यत् कामहैतुकम् एतां दृष्टिमवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानोऽल्पबुद्धयः प्रभवन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हिताः काममाश्रित्य दुष्पूरम् दम्भमानमदान्विताः मोहाद् गृहीत्वा सद्ग्राहान् प्रवर्तन्ते शुचिव्रताः
This is one of the simplest chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. He has made it so simple that he's actually told us how do people speak, how do they behave, And if we don't use this opportunity to learn it, which is this is the simplest he can possibly make it, we'll have missed a great opportunity. So he's now told us what are the qualities of the divine. If you have any intention of freeing yourself, of liberating yourself, then these should be the qualities you have. Each one of them, even if you pick up one, any one you pick up, whichever one you find the most inspiring. Which one do you find the most inspiring? Aditi, Arjavam. Yeah, or change now. Same one or different? Same. Which one, Deepraj, you find the most inspiring?
Dhruti.
Dhruti. Dhruti is a really important quality also. Just this capacity to stay with one thing. I have seen, in the ashram, so many people joined. In 1988, Swamiji started the Vedanta Academy. So we were the first batch. So many people joined. So many means, how many? 13, then 15, then 16. Okay, so they joined, right? And over the years, so many people joined, finished their courses. Very interested. Some were very good. I distinctly remember some people who were exceptional. I mean, in terms of their ability to understand, to even do their sadhana, exceptional. However, where are they today? Disappeared. This quality of dhriti, just staying with something until the job is done. Personally, I would say I'm grateful to Vedanta because definitely this one quality has been cultivated. I don't know any other quality came, but this one has been cultivated. Just that constant everyday thing. And if we really stay with Vedanta, every one of us will become consistent in whatever we choose to do in life. And consistency is the bedrock of success. So yeah, Dhruti, steadfastness is one of the most important qualities of a divine person, which we don't think of usually. So we think he's very kind and he's very patient and he will speak to you very sweetly. His capacity to stay with one thing until the job is done is not something most people identify as a divine quality. And the most difficult, Meera, yes, everything here is difficult. Until you get it is difficult. Once you get it, nothing can be easier and nothing can be simple. What about you, Meera? Which quality do you find most inspiring?
Dhruti.
You also,
Janaki.
Prati.
Yes.
Elsie, what about you?
I don't know, Janki, but from Bhakti Yoga, I have picked up no otherness.
No otherness. Not here. You didn't like anyone here. No.
No, that
Good.
too many I cannot manage. So I thought at that time also you said if you pick up one, automatically other things will follow.
Correct. No otherness. You refuse to think of somebody as the other. It's so easy, right? So easy for us to make somebody the other. Somebody, something. I am poor, they are rich. I am rich, they are poor. I am good, they are bad. I am of religion X, they are of religion Y. I'm a girl, they are a boy, they're a male, I'm a whatever. Some way we make, somehow we get the other. I am smart, they are dumb, they are smart, I am dumb. Somehow we have to create the other. So, yes, Elsie, that's another beautiful quality. Surekha, what about you?
Tapaha.
Tapaha. Oh, Bharat also, same one. Yep, discipline. Day after day, day after day. Discipline. Kirevin vacha vartahe. व्यर्थ आहे. What? व्यर्थ आहे. Huh?
व्यर्थ क्रिये वाचा व्यर्थ आहे.
Okay, very good. So I suppose then you'll take the quality of teja. If you cannot execute it, don't talk about how lovely your skin looks. But do know, whatever you think is so great, do it. What about you? Bharati, what about you? Which one did you find the most inspiring?
Consistency.
Consistency. Surinder? Surinder, where are you? Surinder, why are you not speaking? Have you gone to sleep? Who else is
Sorry,
there?
ma'am, I'm here only.
Which one did you find? Byron,
Satyam, truth.
truth. Yes, Satyam, truth. Satyameva Jayate. So many beautiful qualities. Now, each one of us take one quality and dedicate ourselves to that quality. Can you imagine just us in this class do this much? We will change the nature of this world. Really change it. So many.
Jnana yoga vyavasthiti.
Hmm.
That should be the on top.
Yes. All of them are so beautiful to maintain purity at all times. You know, it was a Brahminical quality. Now it's a very bad thing to say Brahminical quality. People start hitting you on the head if you say that. But it was a Brahminical quality to maintain purity of the environment, of the body, of the mind, of the intellect, of the spiritual thing. You know, in our country, Suchi, purity was considered a big thing. Like we had so many versions of it. Remember my grandfather, he had to do his prayers, he had particular clothes. It was an unstitched, unwashed cloth, a purple color. Do you all have this thing? No? I mean, now nobody has it as far as I know. But
We still have to wear unstitched clothes during weddings. That's
yeah.
when you're getting, yeah.
So in his puja, he had to wear a purple. I don't even remember. I was so young. This purple thing, some special pujas which he would do himself at home. He would wear unstitched, unwashed. They have to be new. So, so much purity. Unfortunately, over a period of time, it just became about the environment and your clothes. And what happened to internal, it all disappeared. God alone knows. You can't get, you can't get angry and all. You can't have any negative feeling. So many says, these belong to one of the divine state, O Bharata. I think we did them all, right? We've done them, yeah.
Janki, superstition can maintain the, kind of overall gross purity, but the subtle aspects always get lost. For that, one needs reflection.
Yes. One needs study first. Exposure to the knowledge. Knowledge itself, information is not there now. Forget reflection, to bahut dur ki baat hogi. Anyway, we are working on it, so hopefully we will at least get information out, everybody. Please understand what these words mean. Okay, so now he did divine. These are the qualities of divine. Is that what he's saying? Reflecting and applying Arjavan has been beneficial. Definitely has reduced agitations to some degree. Yeah. All the time. Stick with the quality. And then you'll find Arjavam itself converts to everything else. Any quality converts to everything else. You cannot have Arjavam without having purity. You cannot have Arjavam without having Dhruti. That one quality itself converts itself to everything else. And before you know it, you're doing something which other people think is impossible. So, yes, it will reduce agitation, it will give you all the other qualities. Then, verse 4. Oh, Narendra Singh Negi, you have a question.
Hari Om, Janvi. Yeah, you gave a quality that under modesty you should spend only what you have.
Mhm.
So my question is this: in this question is, if a person is sincere and honest to himself and also to others, to whatever his responsibility is,
Mhm.
then why does he need to explain himself? That like we say, Prime Minister Modi is very sincere and honest, and believe that he's sincere and honest to the public as well. But why does he have to explain each and everything to the public?
What is that to do with modesty, living within your means?
And
You
okay,
have referenced it to it, so I'm not seeing what your connection is.
connection is this, yeah, connection. Okay, it is something to do with the one's gentleness, one's straightforwardness. Modesty means you speak only what you know, don't speak more than what is required.
Right. So,
And
where does explaining yourself to the public come into all of this?
no, there
You
is
can ask a
my
general question. Do I need to explain myself? That can be a general question, but what is it to do with modesty?
okay. Let's put it as a general question. If it is not a modesty,
Then you have to
then
ask it at the beginning of the class.
are there two authorities? One authority is God. One is trying to be honest to the God and sincere to the God himself. And whatever job he is doing is sincere and honest. In spite of that, he has to explain. Whether he is in an office, he has to explain whatever job he is doing to his boss. Whether it is in public, he has to explain in spite of he is sincere or honest. Like similar thing was even the Bible also when I think it is related or not, that I don't know, where Jesus replies, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar, render unto God what is God." Does it relate to this anyway?
No, let us concentrate on your question. You should have asked in the beginning of the class, since it's a general question. Why do
Yeah.
you need to explain yourself? You need to explain yourself because you're dealing with idiots.
Please come again.
You need to explain yourself because you're dealing with idiots. When a person understands what you are doing, what you need to explain anything for? But when the person doesn't understand, then there are two types of people who don't understand. One who don't understand even after explanation, and some who are struggling, who want to understand, who will understand with explanation. So those people who wish to know and are struggling to understand why you're doing what you're doing, to them that thing, that what shall I say, that level of people are the people you can explain to because they want to know. Most people are saying, why did you do that? More as a criticism than as a question. So there's no point answering them. So when you are dealing with God, God understands what you're doing.
Right.
When you're dealing with people, a very small section will understand, a slightly larger section will understand with explanation, and a third section will not understand at all. So you have to decide who you're dealing with. But when you're dealing with people, you have to be able to manage perceptions. what a teacher, my guru, always said. In Tamil, there's a saying, do not sit under a palmyra tree and drink milk. You can be God's good person, but if the perception is not being managed, then you will suffer the consequences of that perception not having been managed. So when you're living in the world, you have to be able to manage things. You cannot say, I am a good person. You should be able to understand me. No. Children will not understand why the father behaved in the way he did, or the mother behaved in the way. They can't. They don't have the capacity. So you manage perceptions. You manage with the child, you manage with the wife, you manage with the husband, you manage with the boss, you manage with the relations. You have to manage those perceptions. If you don't manage them, let me give you an example. There was a joint family. In the joint family, the eldest son of the eldest son was the karta. You know how it is, right, in Indian family. So the chachi of that karta totally distrusted him. He was, I know, I was witness to this. He was giving her fair share. But in her head was this guy. He was a very smart guy. He was very accomplished. He was very, what should I say? Not was, he is accomplished, very successful, very smart, very worldly wise, very capable of robbing her share. He's capable of that. However, he didn't do it. He gave her a share, and I am witness to it. So I know that he had given the share and was consistently giving it. So she was always like, you're not giving me my money. You're not giving me my money. So one day, when I was there, he sat her down. And I was quite amazed at how he took out all the records. He said, look, on this date, you got this. This is how much the rest of the family got. Here is the bank account that shows that these transactions were done, because he's done it all through the bank account. So it's all very legal and everything. And how he turned her perception was something I was fascinated to watch. Because with facts and fees had to them. First he showed her that. Then he fired her. He really fired her. Then again he came back to facts. But I thought I learned something that day, how he was managing her perception. He said, have you received more money while I'm looking after this than you were receiving before? To which he said, yes, because that's a fact. Because he's efficient, he's handled it well. Okay, so between his firing her, between him giving the facts, between giving that proof, how he turned her around. So, everybody should know how to manage perception. Sometimes a husband will do so much for the wife, but the wife has the feeling that the husband is not doing anything. So it is the husband's responsibility to manage that perception. You have to create that perception. Otherwise, you're like a ball tossed from here to there. So you cannot say they look at me like this. No, you manage it, please. The politician has to manage perception. Business has to manage perception. Have you seen how businesses manage perception? All their advertising is done in a particular way. They're giving you an image, whether they say something or not. They're managing perception. Politicians are managing perception. Some of them are really good at it. You have to do the same thing in your own, with your boss, with your subordinates. It doesn't work because we have not developed the art and the skill. You have to learn the art and skill and do it. Like I told you, I myself was surprised to watch this play unfold in front of me that day.
Janki, when you actually try to change the perception of somebody else, it could also say something about you, that you're relying on their perception about you to be happy, or No, nothing
This
like
is
that.
where, yeah, this is a big problem that is there in Vedanta students. And yesterday, who asked in class? Where is Gunjan, I think? What am I going to do with the theory of perception? Gunjan is not here today. Deepraj, please tell. Gunjan is your friend, Deepraj? No, not somebody else's friend.
No, she's not.
No,
Yeah.
I would say she's not, but I mean now, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she wasn't before the class. Yeah.
So, basically, where are you, Meera? Why can't I see you? There you are. Okay. So, Meera, this is a big. What happened? You went off. It's a big problem amongst Vedanta students that everything becomes about them. Should I do this? Will it make me happy? Everything becomes self-centered. In our attempt to become introverted, we push ourselves into self-centeredness. We forget that there is an external something, right? So I suppose we take the stance that Narendra Singh Negi takes, that I'm doing the right thing and you understand me. We will get into a problem with everybody because nobody has the time or the effort to understand us and nor the inclination. Now, if you don't understand me, that's not affecting my happiness. Why would it? However, my job may not get done because you've not understood. Right? I have a job to do, whatever my job be. I have to run an organization, I have to make my family happy, whatever in the world I need to do. If I don't handle the perception, my job is not going to be done. I'll be happy, but the job is not done. If my being happy is not the be all and end all, right? Okay, you think whatever you want, mera kya jata hai? Get it? So if I have to be an achiever, I cannot say, you think whatever you want, I am happy. Because you will not achieve.
But Janki, suppose you don't have anything to achieve and somebody is just, okay, let's talk about character assassination because that would be also a perception that, okay, you are from this background. I mean, I'm just giving an example. So therefore, these people who come from that background are like this only,
Mhm.
or
You have to handle it. You can't say that that I won't. You see, somebody does character assassination of you within your home, right? May not matter. But if they do character assassination outside, okay, when you want to do something, suppose let's say you go for a job, this fellow has gone on character assassinating you. That somebody at that job will find out, oh, this was said about that person, क्यों risk ले रहे यार, छोड़ो. So you can't take that stance. You will not be able to do it 100%. Obviously, somebody in the world is going to just, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे. You can't run behind everybody. But you have to be sure that you have done all that you needed to do. You have done it. Like that day when I was telling you, I was watching him deal with this lady, completely uneducated. He's a very highly educated corporate executive, top of the line. She is uneducated, none, doesn't understand a thing. Obviously, so she's suspicious of him. Be understandable because she's dealing with an unknown entity now. And she can't fool around with him because she doesn't have the tools to. So she thinks that he's going to trick her. And he has managed to show her that not only I'm not going to, I haven't done anything, as all these records will show. And if I had afforded it, I mean, he didn't make a, oh, please believe me, maine kuch nahi kiya. She didn't do all this nonsense. He said, look, you are claiming X. This is what is this. This is how many crores you have received from me. This is the total amount. Okay. And then when she was like sort of softening, he gave her, how, and then he blasted her. And then after he had blasted her enough and, she looked like she wouldn't be able to take any more, he came back down. And then again, he got back to, I mean, I I would have liked to record this so that I could have shown you all. You have to be practical in this world.
Janki, but you leave it at that. I mean, whether you convince the person or no, you can't do that. You have to say what you have to say, right?
No, this is yes and no. Now, how do I say this? You can't take the stance that it's okay. Mara kya jata. You can't. You do all you can. Then you think of more things to do. And once you've done everything you can possibly think of and it's still not working, so be it. But we say so be it very quickly. What have we tried? How much have we tried to do? How much have we applied ourselves and said, okay, this is not worth wrecking my reputation of. You're looking so sad, Meera. I don't know what to make out of it.
I was just thinking that sometimes you don't, you can't convince the other person about a point of view that you would like.
Then change the way of doing it. Why can't you convince the person? You'll be able to. It may take a long time.
Yeah, it may take a long time.
Yes, but you have to make sure that you're not simply repeating yourself.
Doing
the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of
Insanity.
Insanity.
Yeah.
So what have you done differently? How many ways have you tried? How have you applied yourself? Have you sought help? Have you asked somebody's advice? Somebody you might know this better than you. सब करने के बाद कुछ नहीं हो रहा है तो इंशाल्लाह पहले से नहीं इंशाल्लाह पहले effort.
Correct. Thank you, Janki.
This is one thing that I have found repeatedly, and I don't know whether the idea has been communicated. We look upon things as, oh, it should not agitate me. That is correct. It should not agitate you. However, merely that it doesn't agitate you is simply not good enough. That is why this recognition, when we started Vedanta, what is an experience? What is life? It's a series of experiences. What is an experience? It is a subject and an object. In this journey, we forget about the object. We start paying attention to the subject in such a way that introversion becomes self-centeredness. Which is a pity because you're not trying to be self-centered. But that's what eventually happens. So I hope that point is clear because for the last many, many years, I've seen this thing repeated. What do I do about the other? You must know when you whack him on the head, when you have to speak sweetly, when you have to take him with you, when you have to leave him behind, very rarely. You know this. That is why I find many marital couples don't seem to get it. Those who are in Vedanta, I'm not talking about people who are not studying. Because then they will say things like, oh, she doesn't understand, he doesn't understand, but I'm doing my own thing and I'm happy. No, not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. You must experience harmony in the relationship. Now, you say anything, it becomes one more stress point. Not to stress us. It's to recognize that let me harmonize, let me find satisfaction, and let the other person find satisfaction, and let us both be satisfied in such a way that our satisfaction has been elevated. What is the use of my spiritual growth if many, many people have not benefited out of it? What am I doing? I'm happy. So what if you're happy? Big deal. Every monkey and every donkey is happy. What are you telling me you're happy for? Have you seen an unhappy monkey? So what are you saying? I reached the level of a monkey? What I'm happy, I'm happy. So please recognize that there are other. I mean, I don't know, is this clear? Can you please give me some feedback on whether the point is clear? That there is.
Hariom, ma'am. So, but Vedanta says Tattvamasi, no desire, no world. And in one part, they say that the world exists and we have to. So, this seems, I know there is no contradiction, but in my mind, there is.
Acha, you forget at the moment about Tattvamasi and you recognize
I know.
the world. In
Okay.
the world, I have to transact with the world carefully. In my transaction with the world, I forget about myself. What is happening is instead of transacting about the world, I'm remembering about myself and forgetting transaction with the world. So I'm not achieving the success that is my due. As a Vedanta student, I must be extremely successful in anything that I touch. So
Yeah.
there is a world as far as we are concerned right now. There is a world.
Okay, ma'am. Understood. There's a world.
Learn to transact with this world. I have to put my personal likes and dislikes apart and deal with the world as it is. That's called objectivity.
Jankiji, but sometimes, it seems easier since you know, have exposure to this knowledge to say, okay, fine. Look, I won't interfere with all this. Let them have their own perception about what they feel about the situation or a person and let it be. It seems somehow easier that way also because of the exposure of this knowledge. Whereas if you didn't have this knowledge, you would start fighting and, why don't you think like me? And, why do you have this perception about me like this? But somehow it seems easier also because you're exposed to this knowledge. Just let it be. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the easy way out.
Yeah. Comfort and easiness is not what we consider.
Yeah.
Because that is simple likes and dislikes.
Mhm.
I'm comfortable in this. But yes, of course, after a point, you have to leave it. People are not going to change because of what we say.
Right.
But you have to manage a relationship
Mm.
as possible under the circumstance. As much possible under the so you can't cop out
Mhm.
at the least sign of trouble. So is the point clear? I think this is an important point.
Clear, clear.
Yeah.
It's clear, Janki ji.
Okay, great. All right, so verse 4. Dambo dharpobhimanascha krodha parushyameva cha ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadamasurim dambo dharpobhimanascha krodha parushyameva cha ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadamasurim dambah darpah abhimanah krodha parushyam ajnanam is now giving us 6 demonic qualities. Dambah, ostentation, hypocrisy, showing yourself better than what you are, whether it is financially, physically. Some women, they wear, what is that, those clothes called? Somewhere, who knows? They wear those clothes and then they look in better shape. What is that wear called?
Corset.
Yeah, what is it? That
Shape,
whole
shapewear.
Corsets.
shapewear.
Shape.
So shapewear. Instead of going to the gym, they do put on shapewear. Okay, all part of Damba. Now you see how that old knowledge is applicable today. That time, I think they wouldn't have had shapewear. I don't know. But now we have shapewear. But the quality of Dambha, the quality to show myself better than what I am. Okay, when somebody is coming to my house, quickly I run and clean my house. Dambha. When somebody is, how would you behave when there is nobody looking at you? Is it largely similar with how you would behave when somebody is looking at you? Largely similar. Okay, now don't say, oh, I'll go to the washroom with the door open. Please don't do stupid things. What it means is generally you're more or less the same. Okay, it's not like you go home and you fight with your husband, but outside you come and you're so sweet to everybody. So each aspect of life that Dambha can show up, you never know where it will show up. It's more or less, I mean, obviously you will change your behavior for the situation, but more or less you are recognizably the same person across the board. Okay, not pretending to be more virtuous. Like when you go and meet your Vedanta friends and you say Hari Om, Hari Om. And then when you go and meet other people, you say, I can't say what you say, but you have very different language. Not like that, same. Now that doesn't mean you meet your college friends and you say Hari Om to them. They will pick you up and throw you in the well if you talk like that. It's not the wording. It is your general behavior. So that dambha, that ostentatiousness, that hypocrisy, you pretend to be something you are not. You claim you're working from home, but actually you're sleeping at home. All of this comes under dambha, ostentatious. And of course, the highly hypocritical people who wear vibhuti and chandan and everything, and then they are up to all sorts of things. I don't think anybody in this class falls in that category, but we have our own dambha, our own ostentation, our own hypocrisy. Darpa, darpa arrogance. You may have that thing also, but you're so proud of it. Like you have a very good body and you're so proud of it. Not recognizing that Baba's body is Shanabhangur, or you have a very smart intellect and you're very proud of it. Or you're or very, very, very funny one is, oh, I'm not as egoistical as they are. What kind of statement is that? It's an incomprehensible statement. I am so much better. I'm just not so egoistical. Okay, I don't understand the statement, but apparently the person making it makes it. So everywhere even if you are better, what is there to feel arrogant around? Because even if you're better than most people in most things, the greatest humbling thing is no matter how much good I am, how much better I am than people in something, in other things they are better than me. Like I always tell you about my wonderful maid, her level of inefficiency is so high that it is very, very difficult to deal with her. However, she has one outstanding quality. How much she must have been ticked off, no? For everything she gets wrong. She can't manage to get a single thing correct. After months of being here, she doesn't know the routine of the house yet. So she gets ticked off. But she has an amazing quality of being okay with that. She's completely okay with it.
She's practicing Shama.
Yes, she's practicing Shama. She's decided I have some kind of mad memza, and she just is too, I don't know what she does. And she is now saying things to me. And unnecessarily. So what? Instead of 1 o'clock lunch, if we have lunch at 2:30, what is the big problem with her? Lunch to mil hi raha hai na? So what is this time and all from her perspective? Oh, you must do this on this time. Lunch has to be served at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, Our Lady will be getting up from her stupor. So everything she gets ticked off for. She has this amazing quality of being completely okay with it. She's quite cheerful. Ask Jayashree if you don't believe me. When you come, she's very cheerful, no? Who would have thought that she has just been ticked off because she did 25 wrong things? So no matter you say, oh, I'm so much more efficient than her. Okay. But she's way more, what should I say? Able to take people ticking her off. She manages to irritate FTS also, which is not an easy thing to do. So,
Janki ji,
Huh?
sorry to interrupt you. I think we need to be careful because your maid is going to charge us royalty now. You've been using her example very often in these classes.
Yes.
So she says, this is my, you have to pay me royalty.
Yeah.
Although we don't charge fee for the class, but
No, she
but you
demands
never
I
know.
pay her royalty because some brains have come into her finally. I'm very happy.
We shouldn't be surprised we get a legal notice from her.
Yes, I think so. But imagine that. Can you put up with this? If somebody fired you so much, would you still go very happily jumping and dancing? Will you? Yeah, some you will feel bad, no? कि मुझे क्यों ऐसे बोला? Nothing. She has no such reaction. So, however much you claim to be better than her, she is better than you in this. Unaffected, no matter what happens, unaffected. So, whenever you're dealing with your own arrogance about how much better you are, you can't help seeing that other people are better than you at some other things. So, what are you being arrogant about? So, one thing is you don't have the quality and you're faking it. Two is even if you do have the quality, so what? Because other people, there are billions of qualities and there are so many more people who have so many of more of those qualities. Isn't it? Then self-conceit, abhiman. Abhiman comes out of three factors. You already studied them, so I'm not going to go through it. Who's going to tell me? Come, Nilufer, tell me the first quality of how ego manifests itself.
I am supreme, the most knowledgeable.
Wait. You're not Nilufer. Nilufer?
Okay.
Sorry, I can't remember. I alone exist.
Very good. I alone
Yeah.
exist. Chalo, one you've got. Right. Who will give second one? Sahu Menon, second one.
I am supreme.
I am supreme. Very good. Asha Bagai, third one.
I don't remember.
What? The easiest one, the one you have most commonly known. Come on, don't get frightened, Asha. I'm not going to eat you. Remember it. It's the most common one. Ego most easily manifests in what thing? Okay, Surekha.
I'm the doer.
I am the doer. Very good. Asha, remember I am the doer. For 25 years, you're hearing I am the doer. How many years, Asha? 25 at least it should be, no? By now. Every class, I am the doer. So, ego manifests in three ways. Number one, I am the doer. Number two, I alone exist. Number three, I am supreme. Now, please tell me, in I am the doer, how does the ego operate? Who will tell us? Meera.
When you do something for others, you always tend to say, I did it, or you manage to save a situation, you say, I did it.
Yes, very good. And how do you, and what is the easiest way of knowing how much ego there is in that action?
By feeling a sense of, that, what do you feel? A sense of
Entitlement.
pride Pride and entitlement, probably.
How would you know? Normally, we can't recognize all these things. So, what's the easiest way of knowing how much?
If somebody criticizes you for it.
Very good. What is your reaction when someone criticizes you? Is your easiest way of telling how much ego there is. Suppose I tell Deepraj, such a stupid answer, Deepraj. Then what will he feel? Tells you how much ego there is. If there is ego, he'll say, oh my God, she said something so bad about me. How horrible. If there's no ego, he will say,
Interesting. I will think about it.
okay. Was it right or wrong? Yes, my answer was foolish. Or no, my answer was not foolish. Right or wrong? Okay, Mahesh, how does I am supreme exist?
You have a superiority complex. You think that that you need to be acknowledged as being the greatest.
Okay, good. So you feel that I am supreme means my wishes are more important than your wishes. Okay, I feel that I am saying that the window should be closed. You're saying it should be open. How can you behave like that? I am supreme means my wishes are more important than your wishes. You see this when people rush into a queue and rush straight to the window because I'm supreme. I want a ticket. What are you doing standing in the way? That is, I am supreme. Means my wishes are main character syndrome. Yes. I think you should be charitable and generous. That's my wish. So you have to be. And if you're not, you're a horrible person. I am supreme. I think you should have a drink. And if you refuse to have a drink, I'll say what a pansy you are. Because my wish, na? And they tell us most time people say, "Tum log sab ghas poos wale log ho." So they are looking down on us. Why? I am supreme. Since I am non-vegetarian, I'm a meat eater, you should also be. I am supreme. People will tell you things like, come on, let's go to Mahabaleshwar. I said, no, I don't want to go to Mahabaleshwar. No, come on, I'm going. Yeah, the inherent belief, I'm doing it, so you should do it too. Come, let's go to Vedanta class. No, I don't want to go. No, I'm going. That inherent belief that I'm doing it and I am the yardstick on which you must determine your actions. And this is either way. Say, चलो यार इतना टैक्स क्यों दे रहे हो? मैं तो टैक्स नहीं देता. So it's got nothing to do with whether you're going to Vedanta class or whether you're going to have black money. You are doing it, therefore it's the idea. That is, I am supreme. Which was the last one?
I alone exist.
I alone exist. So what are the characteristics of I alone exist?
There are 10 people standing in the queue.
Yeah, go ahead, Kalyan.
There are 10 people standing in the queue. You want them to make way for you to go.
Then that would be I am supreme.
No, that others are waiting for you to come and they're making way for you.
Okay. There's a difference in I am supreme and I alone exist. What is the difference between these two?
Janki, one example that comes.
One second. We'll come to your example. Just one second. What is the difference between I alone exist and I am supreme?
With I alone exist, you don't even see others.
Very good. Right, Bharat. In I alone exist, there is nobody else. In I am supreme, there is you and there is I and I am supreme. Okay? So at least in the I am supreme state, you are recognizing that there is somebody else. When you play music at night, you blast music at night, you are in the I alone exist category. When your neighbor complains and says, why are you playing such loud music at night? And you say, Arey, it's my son's birthday. Why should I not play? Then you're in the category of I am supreme. Right? So in I am supreme, I notice that you exist, but my desires, my views, my whatever it is more important. In I alone exist, I don't even recognize your existence. So in a queue, Kalyan, coming back to the queue example, if I push everybody aside and I go to the first thing, then I am supreme. But I go to the window without even recognizing there's a queue. Then I alone exist. Then they'll say, oh, I didn't know there was a queue. Then you can turn around to them and say, that is a syndrome of I alone exist. Many people say, oh, मुझे पता ही नहीं था. I mean, don't tell them, of course. But that's I alone exist. I don't know. I didn't know you people were there.
Janki ji, very another example is that on your dining table, you fill in your plate and you eat, and you are not really bothered to serve others.
Yes.
You know, you are happy with your food and you completely forget that you are supposed to pass the plate around.
Yes, very good.
It happens a lot of time. It happens.
So you as a subject only exist. There's no object in the I alone exist.
Yes. Yes, Aditi.
In the flights, sometimes people just pick up the phone and then they start talking so loudly as if it's just them, or listen to the music without headphones, and in spite of being told not to do it. So both it comes under superiority as well as I alone exist.
When they first put it on, it's because I alone exist. When you tell them and they still don't put it off, that's because my views are supreme. Okay, very good. Prashant Linka, as long as the body and mind exist, there is ego. Correct. There's a saying, how to limit that ego rather than to get rid of it. Is my understanding correct? Well, these are steps. First, you limit it. Limit it means you keep it under your governance. And once you know how to keep it under governance, then you can think of eradication. It's like you're on a horse. Okay, first you have to be in control of the horse. Then you can direct it. First, you must know how to drive the car, and then you can direct it to a destination. So these are steps. Step number 1 is first awareness and control. Step number 2 is eradication.
Or can there be a person without ego, first of all?
A self-realized soul.
Right. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
So,
Hariom ma'am, just a question. This gets developed of me attitude, right?
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah, over the years or whatever. Only as much ego as you have can you express.
Okay. It gets developed because of self-centeredness, no? That's
It's the same thing, self-centered ego.
because some things are very unconscious, right? You don't know that you're saying it, but like you just said that I am going to this place. It seems so innocent and non-egoistic, right? It just, but if you look at the deeper layers, you're focusing on that I, that is that small I, that is me, right? So these are all unconscious, right? Big ego we can see and we can feel. These are very small, and it's at the subtlest. Is it the subtlest level, or is it at the?
No, it's at our level, current level.
Okay.
Not even subtlest is I want realization.
Okay. Oh, got it. That's Jeff. We have to watch out for it, right? That's the only way.
Knowledge, to make us conscious of things we were not conscious of it.
Got it, G.
Omkar, you have a question?
Yeah, but I think we are out of time. But can I quickly ask it anyways?
Yes, quickly.
Yeah. So this idea of evaluating everything on whether it takes me closer to my pole is also giving rise to ego, or does it also give rise to ego?
Good question. Can anyone answer it? Very briefly, okay? You have only 15 seconds to answer.
Yes,
Okay.
because I think we had mentioned this. While if we are in this path, we should never ask, "Am I improving? Am I improving?" Too much asking of this also increases the ego.
That
It
is
has to be looked at an objective way. That's what was told.
Yeah, but correct. That point is correct, but I don't think it's relevant to Omkar's question. Anyone else has quick?
No, because it's giving priority to that goal over your body, mind, intellect.
And apparently over somebody else's also. So do you have the right for that? Quick, 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 quick. Okay. You all are all timed out. You know, in the IQ test, you have to answer quickly. Otherwise, you get timed out. Okay, so Omkar, answer to your question is depends on the goal. Selfish goal, selfish action. Unselfish goal, unselfish action. Selfless goal, selfless action. That you already have studied, that your intention will determine it. What intention? What is the goal? Now, you can't get to argue on this. If you want to have an argument over it, then next time. Okay, so what's happening now? Oh, today's Sunday. I have to give you all the news, right? All the gossip. You're all ready for the gossip?
Yes.
So, oh, this is a very old photograph. We've gone so far away from this stage. Okay, this is a more new one. Acharya Gruha is being made. Oh, look at this. This is Acharya. Omkar, stick with one. This is the Acharya Gruha getting proper steps. First, they had no steps. Now we are having reasonably good steps, I think, and we can all enter this place. This, guess what this is? This is the foundation for the 5 porta cabins which we have ordered. So the foundations are being made. In about a month. The porta cabins will be ready, hopefully. Let us see. This is Acharya Gruha getting a slightly bigger window. What is happening here? Nobody knows. Yes, they did very bad job out of the plastering, so they are being made to replaster. But you can see, right? You can see that some shape is coming, no, to this whole thing. And this is the cabin. It's got a roof now. If you can see, the cladding on the roof has come. The cladding on the side is yet to come. This Wednesday, I will be going there, and Jayashree, of course. I hope Jayashree is coming. You're coming, no, this Wednesday, Jayashree? Then we will get you all more pictures. But things are coming along very well. You all have all been donating, and therefore this project has been going ahead. So thank you for all our donations, and please keep them coming because we still have to cover some before our expenses and our amount in the bank sort of tally. Now it is a tightrope walking we are doing. So please keep them coming. Any other way you want to contribute, ideas, suggestions, whatever you want to do, please get in touch with us. And that's it for today. Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.